At last, after months of controversies, Justice Walter Onagan is now the substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria after the Nigerian Senate confirms him at plenary. And as the Federal High Court in Abuja dismisses 6 out of 11 count charges preferred against the self-acclaimed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, some Nigerians are speaking on his release. And after insisting they will fight the appeal court judgment to the Supreme Court, governors of the PDP led by Odele Fauci appears to have made a U-turn on the resolution to the leadership impasse. That's our focus tonight on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today live on China's television. I'm Shion Kimbale. Well, it's 41 days now since President Muhammadu Buhari left the shores of Nigeria, as we await Nigeria's #1 man's return to the country in good health, of course, and sound mind. Some people have suggested that the president should speak to Nigerians. The president traveled to London for on a medical vacation and has written the National Assembly that he will return when the doctors say he can. We continue to anticipate his return, of course, and do let us know your views on our Twitter handles as we await his safe return 41 days on. Let's begin tonight by serving you some other top political stories we're following for you.
Former President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, has condemned the current xenophobic attacks on Nigerians living in South Africa, blaming it all on the insincerity of the government of that country. He made his position known in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The former president says the current development in South Africa betrayed the struggle for the emancipation of the country against the apartheid regime.
I will blame the youth, but I will blame the leadership more in any country that allow xenophobic reaction against fellow Africans, no matter for whatever reason.
Part of the APC campaign promises has come under intense scrutiny, and that is the federal government's social intervention scheme targeted at reducing poverty and creating wealth. The Special Assistant to the President on Social Protection, Mrs. Miriam Weiss, says the scheme is currently underfunded, and so she's appealing for more funds. According to her, only 7.5 billion out of the 500 billion earmarked for the scheme was disbursed last year. She made the remarks at a meeting to explain the federal government's social security program to members of the civil society organization in Abuja. Meanwhile, a representative of the civil society organization at the meeting decries the government's approach to addressing the nation's economic challenges.
The money that was budgeted will not be able to address every single Nigerian.
This government is doing abysmally poor in addressing the challenges of the Nigerian economy.
The APC and the opposition PDP in Kwara State continue to engage in a battle of wits. This time, the extension of the tenure of the Transition Implementation Committee across the 16 local governments in Kwara State is the reason for the opposition agitation. The opposition party has described the action as illegal and threatened to sue the government. The government, on its part, while defending its action, noted that it is covered by the state law, adding that paucity of funds to conduct election also informs the reason to extend the tenure.
The 16 local governments have varying degree of salary and pension arrears. This cannot continue.